be the notifications you want to see from YouTube.
That's right.
Because YouTube's not notifying people the show goes live. So if you want to tell YouTube, don't you play dirty games with us, you guys can really help us out by just being the notification, sharing the show and making sure people don't miss it. It really does help. We're going to jump to this next story. Cancel culture, baby. Dilbert is racist. Popular comic strip is canned by 77 newspapers after artist Scott Adams began incorporating anti-woke plot lines, including black character who identifies as white. It's brilliant. Good job, Scott. I mean, dude's speaking up and using his platform, and they come for him because of it. Now they do say over at the Daily Mail, Dilbert strips featured in newspapers. I don't know what Dilbert is, but Dilbert's been around forever. And so he's got a bunch of these comics. One is a guy and he's like, Dave, I need to boost our company's ESG rating, so I'm promoting you to be our CTO. I know you identify as white, so that won't help our ESG scores, but would it be too much trouble to identify as gay? He says, depends on how hard you want me to sell it. Just wear better shirts.
Oh my.
This is great. These comics are actually, they're hilarious. So there's one where it's like, I don't know if it's in here. One of the comics is they're introducing a black character. And he's like, I'd like to introduce you, to our new employee who's going to help bring our ESG score up. And then the black guy goes, identify as white. And he's like, you're ruining this. So anyway, look, Scott Adams obviously has been outspoken for a while now, but directly incorporating the stuff more and more into his comics. So what do? They can the comics. But you know what? This says to me, it's just winning. I know there's a lot of people who are like, you're getting canceled from newspapers. You think it's winning? I do, because people like Dilbert. There's going to be a lot of people who are like, yo, where's Dilbert? And I'm willing to bet. And if you're a fan of Dilbert, I'm willing to bet a lot of people are going to look at their newspapers, the ones that are still reading it, and be like, where's Dilbert? Or the websites. Dilbert. And they're going to call up and be like, hey, where's Dilbert? And they're going to be like, oh, we were offended by it, so we took it out. And they're going to be like, well, I like it. Bring it back.
Well, it also matters that you're here giving them more of a platform too, right? Like we talked about the other side. Right. You get canceled off one side, another side brings you up and rises you up. So that's a good, doing the right thing with the platform. But also what makes me scared is how the most powerful companies in the world are the ones that are the wokest right now. That's concerning. When you look at who's pushing all the wokeness on us, it's like Disney, it's like ESPN. It's like, wow, these are like powerful players in media.
Yeah,
it's concerning.
Well, that's because of the ESG score, which he was criticizing, which he got canceled for criticizing. Right. And I think that's more to why he got canceled than any other reason. Just yesterday at the Clinton Global Initiative, Bill Clinton was talking with the heads of BlackRock promoting ESG as somehow some kind of a great accomplishment. It's awesome. It's great. No, it's literally a Ponzi scheme for people to enrich themselves and push ideas that divide and conquer people and make them more dependent on the state. And when you look at these funds, when you look at what they're doing, it's absolutely sinister, because they go to major corporations and say, hey, you're going to promote this idea. You're going to push this agenda. You don't, we're going to cut your funding. We're not going to give you any money. And the corporations listen.
It's also just going to bolster investment into China.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I wonder 100%. How Alphabet's dealing with it, the parent company of YouTube. I haven't talked to anybody there. A parent company of Google, which is a parent company of, I think Alphabet owns YouTube now. I think it's a separate company. It could be Alphabet owns Google, which owns YouTube. But I'd love, if somebody out there at corporate wants to come on the show and talk about it, how you guys are dealing with ESG, I'd love to hear it. Because Alphabet's like one of the most, maybe the most powerful media company on earth right now.
The woke cult, the ESG stuff only operates as long as people don't know about it. Once regular people find out about it, they get mad. That's how you end up with a Republican winning in Virginia. Because people didn't know what was going on in schools. They found out what was going on in schools, and then they were like, okay, I'm voting against this. And it was suburban housewives. They voted against Trump. All of a sudden they see what's going on. They're like, it's worse the other direction. So I think this is why they got to censor. It's why they're so adamant about controlling what you guys post or what other artists post.